takes my mind. When my eyes are filled with tears, then you're here. 'Cause you're my safety net. When I fall, you pull me back again. You turn everything.
It's actually sorry, it's actually been so long since I've streamed that my heart is in my throat, but apparently that's nothing new. So let's see if I can actually get myself set up properly. Like I should. Oh dear. Let's see this thing around. Actually, that one. Woo! It's a good job this is only a hobby. Illustration. There we go. So, if you can't tell by the title, it is Wimbledon season, which is my favourite season ever. Grass court season in tennis. I will most likely have it on my phone playing when the matches start in about maybe 20 minutes. I'm not going to stream it because that's probably not advisable realistically, but we are going to do a draw. So there we go. This is going to be my reference when it would like to settle. That would be bad. There we go. Set this reference there. Clip Studio Paint is relatively new to me, so if you wonder why I'm being slow, that's likely why. So let's turn all of this on. Grab that. Grab that. Right, so I think maybe 3 or 4 years ago I did actually I think it might be my only Wimbledon picture that I've done. Let's see if I can find it just to show you the comparison. Here we go. So this was the old art. I did it some 2017, yeah, 4 years ago, 2017. Actually pretty much bang on 4 years ago, 29th to the 6th there. That was done on Photoshop at the time. I think I still have that reference image. So potentially I might redraw that at some point because yikes. But since it's now 2021, we have since upgraded tablet and art program. We're going for a different pose. So this is what we're going for. And if my tablet would work, that would be fabulous. Why is my tablet not working? Have I been defeated by technology? I feel like I may have been defeated by technology, which is not a good start. Why do you betray me so? Nope, that definitely doesn't want to work. So let's try plugging it in and see if that helps. Because if it doesn't, I might cry. Because I've got my heart in my throat for nothing at that point. Hey, that's how. It might be dead. I think that might be why. So. Good. That's not the button I want. Yes, it is. Let's have a look. So yeah, obviously I did that other drawing in 2017. I've been doing a few drawings that I just want to sort of redo. Yeah, just a sort of few drawings I want to redo because I want to, well, one, I want to improve, as does every artist, I'm sure. This is going to be super blurry, but it's fine, we'll work with it. And I like tennis, so I'll make those two things work for me. So I haven't been using, thanks CSP, that's much appreciated, honestly. What's happened? Why has that happened? There we go, that's better. Reasons I have Twitch open on my phone as well. I notice when stuff goes wrong. Why do we have a hand over a knee? Really? There we go, that's better. There we go. Okay. Right, let's see if we can make this work. So we've got a wrist here, a hand, and a hand right over a knee, which is so very kind. But what's the point of not having a challenge? Yeah, so like I mentioned, I got CSP. I think it was only a couple of months ago. I haven't done much drawing since, particularly. But CSP has models which I've been using. And this arm's weird. Yeah, CSP has models that I've been using, trying to learn to use. But unfortunately they have nothing for tennis, so Google it was. Because we love Google. This feels too... there. That's not straight like that, but not massively bendy either. And then that came down like that. And I've forgotten where the other leg was. It was out here somewhere, wasn't it? Was it like that? Is it crossed? No, this is the knee. Knee's here. The presumption is coming from that, maybe? My eyes have just decided to go very weirdly textured and I don't know why. More looking thin like that, I think. We've got a very well drawn tennis racket, as I'm sure you can see. This doesn't feel right in the slightest. I'll be right. So shoulder over, back's higher, slightly more rounded, and the throat comes down. So you don't particularly see the shoulder actually. Okay, so you got your throat coming down like this. So you've got your shoulder going up like that. And the shoulder actually goes up and over. Straight into sort of the back of the head. This comes down. Not like a hunchback, but near enough. There. And this wasn't quite so skinny. It's actually quite a bit wider, I think that was. Same with this, because why would you have a very skinny calf and not so skinny thigh? And that's going to be the same story as well. This is part of why I like drawing on top of references, because it teaches me proportions in a way that's like slightly easier to manage than trying to draw out of a book or something like that. Right, let's tidy that up and have a look. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. This is what I mean. I'm still learning CSP. I need something that's going to settle my eyes because they are going really funny. Oh, that's better. That's helped massively actually as well. It's bugging me. Get rid of that line. Yeah, I've never been the type of person to like learn from a book. I find it very, as weird as that sounds, I find it very kind of difficult, and just never found it particularly interesting either. So like learning as I go for me is just a much better. Ooh, that's a flathead. Let's not do that. Learning for me as I go is just a much better way of doing things, instead of just like sitting and drawing pages on pages of like poses and stuff. It's nice to see other people do it, and I'm never gonna dissuade other people from doing it, definitely not, because whatever works for each person, I think, isn't it? Get this out the way. One thing I have struggled with massively is like female jawlines, and trying not to make them so angled and stubborn and boxy, I think. But also just like drawing as a whole sometimes is hard. It's just, you can leave it at that, can't you, really? Let's have a look. Ooh, okay. 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 I've done an entirely different profile, so that's... I mean, considering that I've done an entirely different profile, the nose isn't that far off. So let's have a go at fixing that. So the ear was higher. Jaw was a little bit further down and more connected to the ear. And then it's a different profile, you can see more of the face. So it's more of a three-quarter profile. That said, you couldn't particularly see the cheek over the nose, I don't think. Let's do that. This and round it out. Look, see if that's any better. Okay, so we've got the jawline right this time. Ear's not too far off. The head's almost sloped too far forward though, I think. So we need to go up a bit more straight, and we do have a tiny bit of that cheek shape over there. I want to erase this nose just so I can actually get a look at the picture, blurry as it is. So we do get a bit of this cheek shape over the nose, and we do have more of a straight up forehead. Let's see if I can remember that then. Start with the straight up forehead, and more up and back skull. Save her from a flat head. Because that would be ouchie. So we take this out, we take this out. Now it looks like she has a massive noggin, part of which I presume is hair, but you know. And then we had some of that sort of cheek shape, didn't we? Now the ear, does it need to go up and right a little bit? Sort of like here instead, I think. Make that jaw, soften it up a little bit. And then see if we can remember how a nose works. Now I know the nose was in roughly the right place. It came up a bit more, maybe not that high, but it did nose, maybe, and the cheek did come past it. So we've got a little bit of cheek there, cheekbone. I think this row was too far forward, wasn't it? So let's bring this. It's the right shape, but it was too far forward. And I don't know if this is going to be too far back, but we're going to find out. Anything that comes up there. Get rid of all this. Well, I know something's not right between sort of like in this area, but off the top of my head I can't recall what it is, and I don't know if that's just because like the arm should be continuing up, or if that's because the throat should be coming down or something. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm half wondering whether to bring this shape. Whoop, didn't mean to do that, but that'll work. No. What's going on? That was weird. There we go. So we've actually got a more. Yes, thank you, CSP, for automatically saving my work. There we go. More shape in there. This definitely needs some work, but you know. Bring this up a little bit, just so we get a more clear picture. Right, let's have a look, see how well I did. I moved the entire thing. Apparently that's what that was. Let's move it back into place. Oh, I've literally moved everything. Wow. I wondered what I could see. Background. Seems far too big. There we go, pop that there. Right. So, brought the head up enough now, relatively close. So that includes all of our hair as well as our skull, which is good. Nose is out, but the cheek is relatively on point. Jaw's a bit too long. His throat isn't too far off, it still needs to come in a bit. His shoulder needs to come up and out more. Right, so let's Let's have a look. So, ear up and left a tiny bit, and more on a diagonal on the way down. Because if I try and remember too many fixes at once, I'm never going to remember all of them. And more on a diagonal, turned over here. Well, just round that out a little bit. And the jaw needed to come up, I think, by like that much. That works. Just round that out a little bit. And I think the first matches of the day should have started. So let's have a look. Wimbledon, order of play for the day. So we've got centre court starts at 1:30 with Ash Barty. Number 1 court starting at 1 o'clock with Norrie. Number 2 court has started, and they've got a couple of matches that I wanted to watch. Number 3 court has started. Court number 12 has started, but they haven't got any matches I want to watch. Court 18 has got some matches I wanted to watch as well. So those are the main courts today, because I think the rest are relatively dedicated to doubles. So ignore centre. Please stop refreshing. Ignore centre for now, because the matches I want to watch aren't on until second and third match, actually. There's nothing on number 1 I want to watch. So we get to choose between either Svitolina on court number 2, she's second match in, has a gents match before her, or, please stop refreshing, it's irritating. Court number 18, there's a ladies match on first, and then Kei Nishikori is playing. I want to watch him. That's a second round match. Have we actually got any? Were these? No, these are all second round matches. I think court number 18, what do you think? Court number 18 seems like a good court. And also I don't know what this is, so let's skip that. So, BBC Sport. Live, Wimbledon. What did we say? Did we say court 18? There we go. Court number 18. I've still got my stream in the corner while I've got the stream of the tennis on. That's brilliant, I love that. I love technology sometimes. Sometimes it can be a right pain, but sometimes it's just blissfully glorious. Right, anyway, back on task, now that we've actually got the tennis on. So I know this nose was well off, and I think this cheek was just like ever so slightly off. This nose, I can't remember if it was too long. It might have been too long, but it was definitely off in sort of where it was. Let's try there. Let's have a look at that. Better. A lot better. Stop moving. Stop moving. So, could actually kind of do with coming in just a little bit on the back of the skull, I think. Jaw and cheek are fine. Just a little bit of correction on this top of the forehead needs to come out ever so slightly and come back in. That's okay. This needs to come in a bit more. So not that having clean lines should matter considering it's a sketch, but it's still nice because I like clean lines. Right. Forehead's better. Could still come in down a little bit here, and then more of an angled in. So down a little bit, and more of an angled in, and an angled back out. Too high. Too high. Okay. But this is what I say, this is where my learning comes in. I'll come in down here. It's not actually going to be that angled, that's more drastic, but... So you've got sort of your eyebrow bone along there, I think, haven't you? That's not what I want. Ooh, still slightly too high. And that cheek needs to come in more, so drop it down. Just drop it down ever so slightly, so that eyebrow was about there. Put that there. And then, I think it was about there, wasn't it? That is the worst cheekbone I've ever seen. Youch. Oh, but it's right though. I'll take it. I will take that. Good. Finally got an eyebrow there. You've got an eyebrow here. Which arguably might be the best eyebrow I've ever sketched, and I'm a little bit mad about it. So this ear needs to come a little bit down, a little bit out, and have a little bit down, a little bit out, and then have a proper lobe, not just some half-drawn thing. That should be okay. Right, let's get this nose fixed. Let's actually have a proper look at the nose. So, think with a face scrunched up like that, the angle of the face is hard to tell as well. I'm just going to pull this up on my computer to have a better look at it. TH. I think it's like more of a scrunched up nose. Scrunchy scrunch. Oh, let's have a go at that. Pull that off. So we've got more of a sharper angle towards the eyebrow. Like, sort of that. I think that's mostly like the angle of the picture, and because this lady is very much scrunching her face up. There we are, so this more connects with that. I want to bring this bottom of this chin up just marginally. Not by too much, but apparently I do it by too much. Well, with her face it's more like that, but artistic liberty? Question mark? But we'll see how that turns out. Right, so we've got it up. I mean, the things I've got a question about what I want in this picture is, obviously, the reference photo, the lady's going to be, that's not what I wanted to do, okay. The lady in the photo is going to be most likely in direct sunshine. She's going to be sort of squinting because the sun's in her eyes, because she's trying to concentrate, multiple reasons. Like, you can literally see, if I take that off, you can literally see, vaguely, like I say, that she is, I don't know whether she's in the sun, she's concentrating on what, but she's focusing on making some sort of expression, that's for sure. So I have to decide whether I want to follow that sort of similar expression or whether I want to go a different route. Let's really check. Yep. The ear looks like an ear. So, what I might do for that is just put eye placeholders. I'm actually just going to pull up that old art as well. don't know if you know, but like, or well, rather, I don't know if you can tell, but on old art, I hated mouths and just apparently really liked heavy dark lines, but we don't talk about that. We also don't talk about how the ear is far too small for the rest of the face features. Oh, that's so bad. But this is why we redraw things, to improve. There's a mouth here. I'll do it. Oh. That is like the most awkward mouth I've ever seen. Wow. Okay. Now, let's go back to the issue of the rest of the body. So, needed to correct this throat, needed to correct this shoulder.
Every single time I told you just how pretty you look when you were mine. Did you even believe me? And I don't know how to break through anymore. If we were broken by design, I should've tried to fix it. Instead I spent a while obsessed with our mistakes. Now I can't believe in us two anymore. I was waiting for the right time. You were made to win around.
Attempting to fix the shoulder. Look. So the shoulder comes up more to meet the chin, sort of where I had the throat originally. And the throat's... that top point of the throat is okay. Just need to bring the rest of the throat in and bring it up. So, no. It's such a stupid face, which is like funny, but like you take off this reference image of a very serious woman playing tennis and you just get this derpy little grin. I love it. Oh, I love it so much. It's so bad, but that's kind of what makes it good. And then the shoulder comes up here. Not like that though, it doesn't. Yeah, that throat still needs to come in a little bit more. It's too angled. So we need to bring it in just marginally. And on this side. And then I think this was too angled, so it needs to come actually out this side here. And then that shoulder's okay, get rid of that. It's getting there. Still not quite there, but it's getting there. is apparently very generous with the body. Oops. Okay. Right. Just a little bit more in on the throat. The word throat is going to start to become weird in a second. So, I keep looking at that face. That face keeps distracting me. There we go, finally got the throat sorted. Right, now let's consider everything else. Actually, that thigh is not super far off. Not super far off, which is a good thing. I've moved everything. Oh, no, not that one, just this one. There we go, that's more like it. Not quite, but close enough.
What does this button do?
Okay. I'm just gonna save myself some trouble. Lock this layer so I can't move it. Same with that one. Should have done that a while ago, shouldn't I? Right, so this outside thigh, let's have a look. I think the calf is going a bit further back than I expected. So, this knee comes in. Bit more. And it actually comes out a bit more at the top as well, I think. Kind of weird watching tennis and not actually hearing tennis. I'm very used to hearing the sound of tennis when I watch Wimbledon. And I've got headphones with music on, so I can't have the sound of Wimbledon on at the same time. Unless I lift one ear of the headphones off. Maybe. We should see. Anyway, distractions. Okay. So, getting closer. I'm gonna straighten out the back of this calf, I think. And then call it quits at that. They just sort of straighten down the back of the thigh. So bring that in just a teeny bit. Straighten up the back of this calf, which is actually a good thing because that elongates it as well. This came in far too much, and this is too small of a river. comes down a bit further and then comes down quite this far, but we're about to find out. Oh, it does. Nice. Just need to bring it out a little bit so I don't have so much of a curve, because that's apparently not how bodies work. Who knew? Not me, because anatomy is not my thing. That's for sure. Although I'm also 90% sure my anatomy shouldn't look like that, but we'll roll with it. Debatably. There we go. That looks like a leg to me. We'll take it. So, fix the head. Fix the shoulder. I'll take the leg, that's fine. It's so off when you look at the comparison. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear. Right. This is just a whole... This is just a whole jumble of stuff that I'm not prepared to face yet. So we're going to ignore that and instead go back here. And focus on the back. Because the back's a bit... It's not too bendy. A bit low. I need to figure out what's going on with this arm and this shoulder. I know the shoulder was up here. Back probably came about here. And the butt was fine, it needed a bit less curve to it. I hate this shoulder and this arm. It's just awkward. Although not far off. Decent. Let's clean this up a little bit. So that shoulder needs to come more flat, because I suppose in reality what you're actually looking at there is the back of the shoulder, if this makes sense. Oh, enjoy my some sort of drawing skills. Like, you know that bit on the back of the shirt, I suppose that's kind of what you're looking out there. I know what I'm talking about. It's very hard to explain, but I do know what I'm talking about. Debatably. Let's finish cleaning this up. Because I think I'm going to have to raise that arm as well. If you take out the arm and you just look at that shape, it's so weird. I've created some sort of, especially with that face makes it look like some sort of goblin or something. Just like, I feel like there's TikToks that I could show you that have things that look similar to that. That said, it's actually relatively the right shape. I kind of wish there was a bit more of a curve to it, but I don't know if you can particularly You can add a bit of curve here. Where else was it? A bit further down, this one needs to come in a tiny bit. And again, I think that needed a bit less curve. Not less curve, but not as much curve as it has, if that makes sense. Probably not, because sometimes... Why is my phone buzzing? Because of work, we're ignoring that. There they are. How does it still need to come in more? How is that even possible? And that little bit still needs to come in more as well. How is that even possible? I've probably forgotten where it needs to come in. I think here, maybe. I don't remember. Hey! There we go. Finally got it. So. Well, we need to pick an arm. Either we pick the arm on the left of the screen over here. Because that isn't the worst. Or we pick... Don't worry about my butt, I worked hard on that, thank you. Thank you. So yeah, this arm on the left of the screen isn't too far out, to be honest. It's more the body that links into it that's the problem. And then this whole arm, I mean, to be honest, if you shifted that top part of the arm over, let's see what that looks like first. Because if I don't have to redraw something, that'd be nice. So let's shufty that on over.
I've let you cross me. My mind shuts down and I can't compete. My body
And it's not massively far out. It's really not, which is a good thing. And that actually makes this the better arm to deal with. So I picked this one, we're going with this one. Mess everything up, but I know that top line was right, so I need to bring in, kind of hoping it's about there. Look. Ooh, nice. Say that. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna sketch in this one because thumbs hate me just as much, to be honest, as the rest of the body. I just need to bring this forearm out just a tiny bit to connect it with the thumb. Hop. Spin that. Hop.
And I don't wanna lose me.
And that works.
So I need to
Just need to follow the knuckle line there. Sweet. Hands are hard, okay? Everyone should get a free pass when it comes to hands. Now, this leg's an interesting one. Because in some parts it's really not that far out, and then there's some parts where it's like, nice. So, is that meant to be the leg line? Well, the leg comes up here anyway, so it's massive. This is weird because it was in here, but then it was also in here. I'm just gonna sort of do that, apparently. Yeah, I was right for doing that. It was out for the calf, so the calf's more like that. Questionably, maybe, debatably. Oh, nice. Okay, that sorts the calf. Keeping for the knee for that one, but because the hand is over the knee here, well, the hands, because both of them are, which is lovely. And also again because I hit hands. That's got the basic shape of the hands at least. So this leg needs to come out just a little bit more. I love how everything needs to come out just a little bit more, to be honest. I'll play that. And this forearm is definitely out. So the outside of the upper arm is okay. So we need to, instead of going down, we sort of need to be coming out like that. And this arm I think was off, although it's now wiggly. Okay. Right, marginally too far out. So we know that's wrong, so it can eat itself. We know this is wrong, so we have to disconnect it. I'll bring this up just a bit more. And then let's have a look at this little round. It kind of bends and comes inwards towards this wrist. So do a bend and then sort of inwards. Nope. There we go. Bring this leg down. Sweet. Correct this a little bit. And then again, I'm going to keep that elbow in there because that elbow's a weird one. And quite frankly, this knee doesn't even look like a knee. Get off my screen, thank you. Right, which just leaves this weird torso, body, torso, body, body, torso. And this is where I have to sort of kind of follow the model, but also kind of not follow the model. The reference picture, because this woman is an athlete. And I've just realised that the bracket's too small. Okay, cool. Yeah, anyway, what I was saying. This picture is obviously of an athlete who plays tennis all the time. My character that I am drawing, this lady here, is not an athlete. She's relatively fit and healthy, but she's not an athlete. So I sort of need to question this area. Because obviously all the female athletes, because they practice so much and they're on, I don't know, whatever diets or... Oh, someone's taken the first set. Cool. I think maybe come in a bit here. Maybe bring this. Let's have a look at this. And then this athlete is quite skinny, relatively speaking. People shouldn't have extremities. Yeah, thank you. Don't know what angle that was.
I remember that night when I last saw you. It was a night of. You were crying.
So there's no ribs in this shot, and that's why I'm trying to include those. So let's get rid of that straight line. And let's put the mark in there as our ending point. And try and figure out the rest. Because it's a shot leaning forward. So you would, and especially if you're in a sports bar as well, I suppose. I think that might be acceptable. Cool, okay. And then we've got our sort of containers up there. Swipe out. And right shoulder.
Why did you leave without warning? From the second you were gone, I
Decent.
was just holding
Okay, cool.
like we were nothing, just an excuse. I was hoping that you might change your mind. The time away would paint it in a better light, but now we're living under different shadows, missing every phone call. But
Right, okay.
your heart close to mine. I still need this. Your hands wrapped in mine. I still miss you. I think of you all the
I'm gonna lock that layer. Take. Oh, that's a different colour. That doesn't hurt my eyeballs. That's good. No, I don't want that. Thank you very much. And my keyboard's died as well. Everything's dying on me today, and I just wanted to do one thing. Is it so hard? Oop, oop. Don't die. Ooh. Okay. I love that the one day I decide, oh yeah, I'm going to stream. It's the time that everything decides. Today is the time to die. Thank you, technology. I really appreciate that. Before I sketch in the outfit, I'm just going to do a little bit of research about what's generally worn on a court. I know it should be white, But there's varying types of dresses.
Something about the time as it lifts and it flows, caught in between us, then it proceeds us, and I can't get by it. It mystifies and keeps the air so thin.
The dresses all tend to stay relatively short.
Got me feeling high, got me feeling low, got me thinking things I don't wanna show.
I suppose short is sensible, isn't it? Because it's not going to get in the way.
Got me feeling high, got me feeling low, got me thinking things I don't wanna show. I need this the
So
What will become of us as the breath draws to close? Infinite time, or we
I actually really like Serena's dress there. She's got like a picture I'm looking at, she's got like a halter top with kind of a tiny bit of a turtleneck, and then this really flowy skirt, but I can't tell if it might have like 2 layers of material to it actually. She's really interesting. I'm going to save this because I want to use this as a reference. So if file, import, image, picture of Serena, pop it off to the side because that's going to be our reference image. I'm going to set it as a reference layer. And we're going to whack it underneath our drawings, and then we're going to lock it so that I can't do anything stupid. Actually, just gonna draw it, nope. Gonna draw it, nope. Oh, I know why. Rasterize. There we go.
I don't know what to say. Is it high? Is it hay? Okay.
The Williams sisters have always been
Words are hard,
great tennis
everybody's
players.
gay. I'm kidding.
It was really sad to see Serena go out the other day due to injury actually. She fell over and hurt herself too much to continue the match, which was a shame. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Reference layer, lock it. So, we can hide this. That face gets me every time. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So, tab a dress like that. set this as the standard sort of height for dresses. That will come down flat anyway. The waist is realistically. Good. Okay. Wearing this turtleneck's going to be interesting, like this bit here, because there's no back of the neck. And like the back of the neck, just would it go continue going up and around? I suppose it would, wouldn't it? Because it's going to go. Okay. Hi, I'm not tracing, I'm using this as a reference image. So I keep turning it on and off and drawing as close as I can to it. I'm using, obviously I've got this image off to the side as a reference image as well. Like I say, if you have looked back through the stream at all, I have been turning it off and drawing it by. I started off with my joint circles and then I've tried to go from there. So, I've got the skirt going from there. Because it's a floaty material as well, I can imagine it's going to have more, well, actually, looking at, she's got this comes to the bit where I hate materials. Like I love floaty materials because they're so aesthetic, but trying to understand them and how they work to draw them is a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. So I'm just trying to understand the layering here. I can't tell if that's like one layer that's gone up high or if it's been designed that way, because it doesn't look like she's in a massive amount of movement, although I can tell that's going out to the side there. And that's the back of this skirt, so if you cut that skirt bit off, was I expecting to turn this into a study of materials? No, I was not today. Just wanted to draw tennis. I don't understand how to, because this skirt's different to the one I'm drawing as well. It goes up at the sides, which actually I suppose that wouldn't be impossible, that would make more sense. I don't understand how to do this join. Nope, that's not what I wanted. If you've got the material doing that, I suppose this won't be fast across, surely. Let's have a look at this. You can see, if I turn off that, it does sort of drop and it does cover up the thigh even though it's curved on that. And obviously you can see the back of the dress as well where it kicks out. I love art, but I also really don't like art on the masterpiece. So it comes actually even though it's came to the end. You can see the kick out on that dress underneath. Oh, you can see the kick out on the dress for the back of the dress there. I don't know whether you would on the type of skirt that Serena's got on, even. You can't. I've literally got tennis on in front of me. Why don't I actually watch what their dresses are doing? Oh, I'm silly. So the skirt drops in the middle compared to being higher over the thighs. So yes, you would see, because it drops down again here, so you would have this sort of... Oh, this is going to be fun to figure out.
When we were 15, I remember the car rides, small fights, conversations all night. I never saw you as anything more than a friend, but now I see you in a new light. We're getting older.
Well, it could be sticky out.
There's a sparkle in your eyes that wasn't there before. You give me butterflies. It makes me wonder if there could be something more. We were only kids when we first met. Now let's discover where we haven't yet. I don't wanna
Actually, no, I'm kind of not mad at that. I'll be mad at all the layers later and trying to draw all the floaty, but I'm not all that mad at that, to be honest. Decent. Not a lot, you can see a lot of it there as well. That, I think, that I'm going to keep. That I need to bring in a bit more. This is skirt's a separate thing. If I do that and then do, because it's going to sit. Hard to tell with Serena, but it's yeah, definitely at the back. It's sitting pretty close to her shoulders. So we're gonna get all that. A little bit. Do that. So there's going to be one there. There's one there, which likely dips. There's one there. And then we get rid of bright green. Actually, let's get rid of the red a bit. There we go, that's a lot easier to see. So, I just think he seems to be much appreciated. You will fall down this kick out go coat, be a plate. It's gonna be sort of dip down to be able to give that proper kick.
Please let me go.
We can't do that, Miss Lord. Mr. Brown wants you should see the fight. It's only the third round.
I'll go back. Just let me go by myself.
Mr. Brown is mad already. We lost you for 2 minutes.
It appealed too big to swallow. Has it feel beaten by sorrow? Comatose, wake me tomorrow. Who's left to follow? Time has been borrowed. Call this what it is, isolated in corners.
Let's go that way. Let's dip down, so that would definitely go that way. So potentially I can't get
all of your regrets, and I know all of your secrets, all that you fixed, broke into pieces. Call this what it is, pixelated and obscured. How come? Obscured, how come? Sound silent.
that one definitely. Yep. And that one I think would do exactly the same. Yeah, getting this is going to be interesting.
Way in the overgrowth, it must be shown. She's waiting for you. In the jungle, there's an animal who
Although there's not a lot of movement in this picture, it's relatively still, so yes, that should be fine.
Nothing to lose, nothing to lose. What's to miss? She's coming for you, she's coming for you. Don't resist, got nothing to lose, nothing to lose.
I might see something back here, but I don't know what. Let's see.
Out of your
Oh.
head. Don't run from the fear of your expectations. Hey, get out of your head. Don't run from the fear of your
I don't know.
The truth is told, let life unfold.
That would go all the way up.
Your soul
And it would
with the animal, it'll take you home to where you belong.
This would do that.
Get out of your head.
Yeah, that seems more realistic.
Fear of your expectations.
Once again, I hate fabrics.
Get out of your head.
I love the aesthetic of fabrics, but drawing them is a nightmare. I might just see that. His face. I can't get over this face. I know it's only a placeholder, but it's so dirty.
Get out of your head. Don't run from the fear of your expectations. Get out
Pull this out a little bit because it is only a scene. No, no, don't thin that out further.
Get out of your head. Don't run from the fear of your expectations. Get out of your head. Don't run from the fear of your expectations.
Okay, cool. I'm just trying to decide if my character would wear any sort of accessories, because I know a lot of players do tend to have either like sweatbands or headbands, or like literally Serena in that picture, she's got a watch on. I don't think she'd wear a watch. I definitely don't think she'd wear a watch. I'm just looking at the match I'm watching.
Here we go.
Sweatbands, maybe bracelet on the one lady. Maybe a sweatband. Am I gonna have to draw a furry texture now? I don't know how to draw furry textures. Oh, learning curve, I guess. Yeah. Right. Back onto the layer. Nope. Let's think about the creases in the dress and the movement. So you're going to have when you think about the movement, it's all this leaning forward, so I would
Invincible.
surely you're going to have something like that, aren't you? And then you've got, because you've got this leaning forward, the arms are together and down, so you're going to have actually I have this image for a reason. So you've got a little bit of, see if I was right, you've got all this, going to have more creasing because you're bending there, which makes sense. A little bit of creasing on the arms and then a little bit of creasing in the neckline, but it's a turtleneck dress, so not necessarily hard to tell, but you've definitely got crease, lots of crease going on here, just because of this bending movement, and you've got stretch coming down from there as well. Got a crease here. This area was all relatively flat, so yeah, I think we're gonna need that. You're gonna have crease under here, crease on this, because even just like that, Serena's got creases in, and she's just turning her head.
Hate it when you leave, didn't leave a thing. You had it out on me, making me feel so cold. Afraid of being alone when I'm next to you. You made me feel alive. Now that I'm left without
I think I'm happy with that.
you, made me feel.
That's something I can look at later.
Made me feel. I just made you feel.
And then
You feel
for the hair. Now, last time I put her hair in a ponytail, which is okay, but realistically she's got that much hair, and it's quite, it's hair that would move quite a lot, I think, and she's usually the type of person to wear a bun anyway. She usually wears, I think, quite, is it quite a high bun? Quite a low bun. I usually draw it quite a high bun, so she usually has a bun up here. Quite big hair. Because she has Let's remember how her hair long is and then she's got. obviously a natural.
There was, I saw the look you gave me, like a buzz. I feel love drunk in disbelief, but I know we're thinking the same thing. So what you wanna do about it? Tell me when I meet you there. I'll stop my world, baby, I don't care. I can feel the tension deep in the air. Then you pull me closer and begin to whisper. I need you right now. Take me anywhere you wanna go. I want you so bad, losing control. I picked you up.
Actually, looking at the time that she was drawn with a bun, that would help, wouldn't it? another day because I don't think I have the capacity to do that today. In which case we go back to all of this being pulled back. You could do something that looked like a twist. It just have to be like a bold. Yeah. Maybe something like a consummate meal. Oh, that we might be able to do. I don't think so. It's been twisted away from the sheets. Noise. I've got this one as well. Which is a bit weird because this side is always weird. And that doesn't help because she's got it completely pinned back there. And there, I think that would work. She's got it twisted back, it would be pinned into the bun. I do like a scrunchie on a bun. Should we whack a scrunchie on the bun? Yeah, let's whack a scrunchie on the bun. Love a good scrunchie. Obviously it's going to have to be a white scrunchie or a black scrunchie. There's no in between. Because this is Wimbledon we're talking about. Oh! That second set I was watching of the tennis has just gone, so they've got one set each now, so it's going to go to 3 sets. They've just started the 3rd set. I wanted to watch Nishikori! Okay, let's have a look. That's not what I wanted. 1:30, 1 o'clock. Let's have a look at the number 2 court. Is in the 3rd set and potentially almost finished. Okay, let's swap to watching number 2 court. Yeah. If this dude had just swapped matches from court 18 to court number 2, and if this guy gets the next 2 points, then the match is over, and the match I actually want to watch will be on. So, sorted. Right, that's Over there. Okay. Obviously all of this is going to get scraped off it. then bring this. This needs to come to the. This is where dimension comes in, I suppose. This needs to come to.
So I close my eyes, shut out the light, so I don't think about you now.
A very thin
Now we ain't
section there.
speaking. I'll watch you leaving. Sometimes it still hurts like hell.
And then
'Cause you got me so
you widen up. Yeah, just a little bit further up. So about
now I stay alone.
like that.
'Cause I can't go home.
My belly needs to stop crying because I'm hungry. Cool. Better. A lot better. Oh, but like that. You know how tennis rackets work in that way. I mean, ignoring the fades, that's pretty decent. Aside from, you know, the whole issue with the hands. But I don't know whether to even attempt the hands at the minute.
Pretend I'm fine, but I know you can hear me sleep talking
Let's have a go.
at night.
No, I'm having a go.
I tried to hide, lost my mind. All my crooked edges cut me up inside.
Oh, let's just go
Day and
basics.
night,
Have a look.
my
So we've got, you can see the fingers on this hand, and then you've got
I can't cover.
just the knuckles on this one. Okay, let's have a go.
Hold me and don't ever leave. You're the only good in me. When I lose
So you'd have
promise you'll find me.
1, 2, 3, 4 knuckles.
Promise you'll find me. Promise you'll find me. Now we wait while I waver in and out of mental states. I can't escape. Watch the flame. It could burn us both if it is never tamed. I'm afraid. Hold me and don't ever leave. You're the only good in me. When I lose it, find me.
You can see the gap in her hand. Can you? Actually, no. Or is it all just... Nope, it's all just racket. Oh, yeah, because you... Yeah. So even that's all just racket. Racket. That's all racket, that's all racket. You've got the joint of the thumb.
Promise you'll find me.
Cool. Okay, let's have a look at this hand. Oh! I can... Oh, that's going to be an interesting one. Because I can just about see, like, the thumb there, I think. But then obviously you've got all the... Try not to make them look like straight fingers. I think you've got all the fingers like that. around. We have shoot that on the floor there. Right. Cool, okay. I'll take that. Yeah, that's decent. That's decent. I'll take that. Right, my stomach is absolutely growling. So I'm gonna go and get some food. I'll probably come back to this later. Probably gonna watch Wimbledon while I have my food, let's be real, because there's a match on. So if you joined today, thank you very much for joining, and I will see you at some other point.